Hiya. Hi, Static Void, are you there? I can see just I'm here. Today will be interesting. It's like, oh gosh, why do I have to be? Well, JJ Stoner's off and it's me that's here. That will be interesting. Well, it's fucking soaking in Scotland. My hair's went all curly the way I wanted it to anyway. That's like the only good thing about today. So how is everybody? I'll wait for more people to come as I see Static Void has left the building. I feel stunning and brave putting my hair down and letting the rain, you can see where the rain has totally affected it. How you doing, Covert Hermit? Way too much bitching going on. I know, I just want to... I'm not here for the gossip, trust me. Please believe me. Too much fucking meh, meh. And it is like, what the fuck? And it's just blew up out of nowhere. And it just makes me want to put my head in the sand. And I can kind of understand why JJ Stoner. I know he's got his own stuff going on, but he's kind of, in a way, it's like, oh well, it's kind, it's a, he usually is, you know, that kind of middleman, good at calming and diffusing situations. I bet he's like quite, well, you know what I mean, he's got his own stuff going on, so I wouldn't say he's quite happy with the situation, because obviously you'd rather be streaming than going through what, I'm not sure exactly, I know it's something personal, so I don't want to, it's not my place to say whatever it is, I don't even really know, I think he kept it personal. Can somebody tell me what this whispering fetish is, by the way? See all this, oh yeah, I'm gonna whisper to you, like, and something. What is that? Like, that's the only thing I would like to know, please. Like, what is this? I've never heard of it, and it is all I can, like, imagine is some bitch whispering at me all the time, and I'm like, no, make it stop. How are you doing anyway, Kermit? Covert Kermit. Nobody knows I'm live. Like, I've tweeted it. But see, because the times keep getting fucked up, I was like, meh, where is my fans? My fans, well, you know what I mean, my friends. Nobody knows I'm live. It'll take a wee while and then people start coming in, I'm hoping. Or if I didn't plug it like a million times, I'll plug it again. Everybody should join Brave. I've now made it my actual go-to. So when people, you know, like, search it, how you doing, Static? Hiya, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I'm hoping, making it, yay. I've got 2 now. Yeah, well, I've just tweeted it out. Like I said, I'm hoping people will come in when they start noticing that I'm on. But yeah, I plug it again while I'm waiting for people to join in. Brave, 100%. It works just as good as Safari, see, on your iPhone or anything like that. Somebody was saying about Android phones that you need to have Google, but I've removed all my Google stuff and it is so much better. Like, the difference is amazing. You put in mechanic images and you do that on Google, and I said, like, the third woman down, not only is a woman, it's a woman in a burqa, which is insulting to Muslims as well, because first of all, they can't drive, females, even if they're allowed to. You know how, like, Sharia law overtakes whatever law they're in, kind of the same as, like, polygamy and Mormonism. So, like, and also, where's her escort and all this kind of stuff? She needs somebody to be escorting her. It's just all bullshit. And then, like, you put in, like, criminals, serial killers, and it's all white men and white women. And it's like, what the it's just bullshit. The guy didn't know how to read a room, sent his D to the wrong. Yeah, I know. Yeah, just taking the shot went full bitch. Did he? Yeah, well, I saw him doing what he said the last bit. I saw him going that on Twitter, because you can't unsee that kind of shit. Like, he went full, complete beach mode. Like, well, if I can say that, I'm sitting, it's dropping F-bombs. women can't drive. Women can't drive, and they shouldn't have been allowed to. They shouldn't have been allowed to. They just shouldn't. I think it was a mistake how in Saudi Arabia, was it? Like, they just legalised women to be able to drive, and I think they should have just let them. They're not allowed to. Like, in Sharia law, which always again outweighs the law, women are meant to be. They're not meant to drive. They're meant to be getting escorted from them, either their husband. It's like your escort's either usually your brother or something, and then when you get married, that your husband becomes like your kind of, you know, your man that looks after you. Propaganda and more. Yeah, it's all just bullshit, and it's what I mean. If it's worked its way into Islam, and that's like the strongest kind of, you know, thing, then everybody needs to kind of fucking worry out. I didn't even know as well, like saying Israel, the land of the chosen people, they have all that kind of fucking, see, like the shit that we've got, see, like all the degeneracy. Like, I didn't know that. Like, I seen it on that. Like, it wasn't as if I was sitting watching something with the two Jews. It was, you know, that H3. I didn't realise until they both mentioned that. I knew the lady with the dark hair. I knew she was like, she spoke with a foreign accent. Didn't know she was Israeli. H3 something. Hi Lacey, what's happening? I've been busy for the last couple of weeks. Oh, I've missed you, Scottish Salta. No, that's fine. I don't mind. I'm glad you're here. Most women are escorts. Yeah, well, yeah, in some way or another, yeah, I suppose you're right. Like, most women are. But I was talking about men needing escorts, like women needing escorted around in Saudi Arabia. But we could take it there if you want to call all women whores. But yeah, I suppose. Most women, I think, definitely, like in the videos that I've made in the past, when I've took a political stance, I've said I would rather be called a men's rights activist any day of the week than be called a feminist. In Scotland, it's an insult to call somebody a feminist or like a leftist. Like, do you remember on Revenge of the Sis, like it was like a few episodes ago, and they showed you the woman, and she was wearing the burqa, and she was like shouting, shame, shame, shame on you, and it was like somebody tweeted out, and I tweeted it, and then I noticed that they'd played it up, and it was basically, he says liberals pick, is it going to be gay, is it going to be Muslim? And I was like, do you not understand, Muslims are extremely like right wing, as they call it, right wing. They use right wing as an insult in the UK, which it's not. Sadder rabies. H3, yeah, H3, yeah. Apparently, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. Apparently somebody said that she used to be a drug dealer. They met at the Holocaust Museum. She used to be a drug dealer before they were doing podcasts, all this crazy stuff. I don't know, crazy stuff, but yeah, she's a mum now or something, fuck knows, but I can't remember the point I was trying to make. Yeah, like, just basically she was telling me that, like, they were over in Israel, and they were visiting a friend, and he was saying how she was quite petite, like me, like, she says that she's quite, like, slim, and I think she said she's petite, but she doesn't seem that short to me. I don't know, maybe beside him she's short, I have no idea. You can't really tell. Ilan Nomars, oh, I hate her. But yeah, the lady, the one from H3, was talking, and she was basically saying that in Israel, they have, like, you know, like Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and like keeping up with the Kardashians and all that kind of fake degeneracy bullshit that's like people can't obtain, so women feel bad about themselves. And like just the other day, a woman, and this is why they were even talking about it, a woman went under the knife in the UK. She flew to Turkey to get it cheap. Instead, it'd be 10 grand to get fat injected into your ass, and it would have cost her 10 grand in the UK. But when she went to Turkey, it cost her 3 grand. And if you do it wrong, the fat got injected into a vein, an artery, because your ass has got all veins, like on your bum, and they fucking injected it in the wrong bit, and the fat went straight into her heart and gave her a heart attack. She was a beautiful young woman, but she wanted to have a big fat ass like Kim Kardashian, and now she's a mother of 3, and she's left her husband and her 3 Scottish, sorry, children dead, and the husband will now have to raise his 3 children. Why did mummy die? She died on the operating table so she could have a fat ass, so that I could have sex with her fat ass. Like, what? He told her he didn't want her to get it done, and I just think it's really sad. But yeah, I thought Israel would not have anything like that on the TV. I thought it would be like, I kind of always imagined Israel being like, in my mind, they would have perfect, like, heavenly TV and perfect, and everything was great for them. But yeah, no, apparently they've got all that, and they've got like pop and stuff like that, like pop culture, like dance music and kind of raves, all these raves and stuff, which I had no idea about. How you doing, Missing Link? Oh, I'm glad you're here. I was just waiting for everyone coming up. Scars. Scars. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. I wish I had some effects. Yeah, I think we're all feeling scarred today. So does anybody know, like, is JJ okay? Like, I mean, I've seen him popping in and out of chats. Like, is he okay though? Because I'm not seeing him in Discords or anything. And I don't know. Like, I know he said he was going off for something in hospital. I don't want. If it's personal, then that's fine. It's personal. It's his business. But I just hope he's okay. And like, obviously, I'm thinking of him. Like, because that's 2 days now. Like, I've been. He's not been on, and I've been coming on after daywave, and then yesterday, like, I streamed fucking like over 2 hours, like, I was streaming, and then it ends up me and like 9 people came in late, like, into ROTC, like, oh no, we're in trouble. But no, I think we just missed like the beginning, do you know what I mean? But it was all, what the fuck is going on, man? I was talking to somebody on Twitter. It was so funny. Me and who was it that it was talking to? It was me and somebody else was talking. We were showing pictures of, like, me and this lassie, and we were just showing pictures of a place. Like, I started off doing voluntary work there, and then I ended up working there, and it was just pictures of like things outside, and then peregrine falcons, and then like nice nature parks. And there's this guy called Smash Racism. He's obviously joking, like, but he's really funny, and he's a black guy, and he went, white people, man, and like, you know, OMG3 Wolf, like, he's part of ROTC. I recognise his name straight away. Like, he was like, I think you forgot to spell I think you misspelled cool, like when he wrote white people, and I said, you'll never, what was that I wrote? Like, I replied, you'll never smash racism with that attitude, sir. And like, he was just like, that I've got that man nigger attitude, you caught me some of the man nigger attitude or something. He said, it was so funny. Like, I knew then he was just in your book of him. Like, it was totally, because he just added me, but I've noticed he's got like a lot of like mutual friends. He's actually really funny. He will be on after. Who will be on after? How you doing, Natical Narwa? You hate? No, I don't hate. No, nothing's happened. It's a joke. It's this guy's got a satire account. His joke is like, his whole thing is like, if you go onto his actual page, he's like taking the piss out of, like, he's like, I'm gonna smash racism, man, and like, he just does like funny things. Like, if you can see it on Twitter, but he's really funny. But who's gonna be on Missing Link after ROTC? Oh, JJ. Is JJ okay though, Missing Link? That's what I'm hoping for, like, just to hear like an update. We're having fun, yeah. I hate sitting on the floor. Do you need me to send you a chair? I'm not sitting on the floor. This is my bed. Look, this is my... That's not, look. That's my bed. I'm on my bed. I'm on my bed. nobody's having more fun than us. Oh, it's like nobody's having more fun than us. Sounds like somebody's got a gun to the back of my head. Like, yeah, nobody's having more fun than us. Yeah, no, that is definitely the other crew, not us. JJ. Hi, Danny Saint. How you doing? Oh, Danny Saint. I think I was talking to you in another group. How you doing? I think was it in what's it called? I was talking to you earlier, so I hope you're doing well, sir. Spergies. Morning, folks. Hillberry, Harry. How you doing? That's a bouncy bed. No, it's just because I was trying to make noise, so I was like, I couldn't make noise, so I had to squeak to like make noise. Like, I was to really jump up and down. Someone thought I was sitting on the floor. I was like, I'm not sitting on the floor. I'm sitting on my bed. Meow, meow, meow. But so is JJ okay, Missing Link? Is he okay? Like, that's all I want to know, if he's okay or not. Missing Link, you cheeky, my boy. Yeah, that dude is really funny on Twitter. The one that's like, we're gonna smash racism, man. He just wrote, people really are the worst. I'm just gonna agree to that, because like, this is what basically, yeah, he said, I got that negatitude, I can't say it right, like, he spelt it, his name's Ja Russell Washington, but he's actually really funny. Like, see, like, some of the tweets he's put out, they're hysterical. It's like all kind of like, he's like, I'm gonna smash racism, man, and like, but the way he spelled it, like, he's clearly like joking. Then he says, I got that NIGG, like, one word, negatitude, I can't say it, and then people are liking it, like, and he's got like an angry face, but he just like does these funny posts, and then OMG34 Wolf replied, just liked that, and then I'd just said about like, there's this area like in, like, because we were talking about nature, and that's when he wrote like white people men, and like we were just all just joking about it with that, right? And because we were talking about beaches, and we'd put up some posters, and I said like, it's really shit. I said see where I live, like, about 10 minutes, you need to go like about 45 minutes to find like a good bit to go out if you wanted to go to like the beach, kind of, because there's 10 minutes away we've got the Clyde, but it's all like empty bucket bottles, empty cans of Stella and fucking wife beers, and just dragon soupies and bucket bottles, and there's always a used fucking Johnny in the broad daylight beside a campfire. Always there's used condoms, but because and you can just tell there's been you can just tell there'd been a boombox plate, like, playing there the night before with fucking CDs, and somebody'd been playing like fucking Dancing in the Dark, but raved up fucking Shout Out to Glasgow fucking crew, man, can we, and it's that Mickey Mouse pure high frequency fucking kind of, or drum and bass or something like that bullshit, and then he was just laughing. He wrote, people are the fucking worst, and so I just retweeted that laughing. It's like, they really are, people are the worst, but they always leave their shit, so you just know it's been the young team, which in America they'd be called gangs, but in the UK they don't call them gangs, they call them like, even the newspapers call them they say they fight over territory, they fight over, the way the Scottish news like talks, like, is like, Scotland today, blah blah blah, this is the news, because it's all regional, so if you're from the Highlands they talk like this, if you're from the Lowlands you talk like this, because you betrayed people, and people, it's in your blood that you're a betrayer, you betrayed your clan for the Englishmen, and even the English don't like the Lowlands. But anyway, that's off the point. But and then I'm Central Belt, West Side, because then there's the East Side, which is the capital, Edinburgh, I can like, and then there's the West Coast, which is the best coast. West Coast is always the best coast, and but wherever you go, they just always fuck all the places up, the young teams. They do it down in England as well. They just come from the city, they go to the nice place, and they just leave. They come, bring their wee boombox, drink, get mad with it all night. Obviously, are having sex because they're leaving. Well, at least they're using condoms, the ones that are. Or you see a lot of blown up ones that just flung up, but you always just see one used condom just full lying there, and you're like, ugh, ugh. And it's like, who the fuck has to? It must be the council that has to go around and pick it up. And I just think, who swims in that water? Because you do see people, see like in the summertime, jumping in the water and fucking when it's that hot and swimming in their bikinis, and you're like, just think all the dirty stuff that's in that. Yuck. Oh, seriously, missing link. Oh, prayers to JJ. I knew it was something serious. Hey Jeff, you finally caught me. I was about to message you. The west coast is the left coast here in the US. The left coast. Yeah, everybody prayers to JJ Stoner, so it's his mum. Oh, that's a shame. No, he'll be, yeah, no wonder he'll not be wanting to stream. Can you remember as well, Royce done a stream, like literally, and I'm not saying it like in the gay way, I mean literally that morning that his grandpa had died. I think he was in shock. He must have been to do a stream, and then he just kept getting phone calls, so he just cut it off. And then JJ came on and was like, because it was quite early, and was like, oh right, oh yeah, I'll come on. And then it was me. But it was just, he must have been in shock, because he was really close to his papa, mind. And it was really sad. Like, I sent him like just a wee thing saying I was thinking of him, but I didn't know like there was a PO box, or I would have sent a card. Obviously it would have taken a lot longer to get there, but it's still the thoughts. So I just sent him a message saying like that I was thinking of him, and like I was praying for him, and just, you know, it means a lot to people if they think, if you mean it, do you know what I mean, as long as you mean it. But it's sad, like a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff right now. And then obviously that boy David, he's just went through 3 surgeries. I'm glad he's came out of them okay, because that's 3 serious surgeries, tough to go through at 19. It's like, fuck's sake, all this fucking crazy shit, but then you look at like real life where there's actual real problems and real shit, not over faggotry and fucking stupid shit. Like, people need to realise, no, like, why are you fighting over like the most gay of gay, like when people have got real like problems that they're actually dealing with right now, and not all of us, you know, some of us just need to have that kind of downtimes to get your mind off of like the real life hard stuff. Do you get what I mean? Cancer, I said, hard-working dudes. Duck poo. Yeah, that I was talking about that duck. I don't know what you mean by duck poo, but duck poo. Yeah, that was a good change of subject. Duck, duck, go. That's reminded me though. I've changed to Brave browser. I have now got bat points, which I don't know exactly what the fuck they do, and I get more bat points the more I search. I'm telling everybody needs to join because it fucking sticks it to Google. And as Mersh said, he's calling it an exodus, like leaving from Google. Like, you know how like there's like the walk away movement. But that's totally gay. It's like a non-gay version of that, but from Google. So if you wanted to stick it to Google, then basically you can join. And I'm telling you, see, like with my phone, it was so easy on my phone. I just made sure I got rid of everything Google, and you can change over all of your bookmarks and all of your stuff onto your new. I chose DuckDuckGo, but there's like about 5 different ones you can choose. You just choose any one apart from Google, basically. They've got like Firefox. Like, I've always had Firefox anyway, but I was like, I'll give DuckDuckGo a try. And DuckDuckGo was actually faster for my phone, but in the house, like, I'm using DuckDuckGo as well now. But I was always Firefox, but I've got Firefox and DuckDuckGo with the Brave. But Brave is brilliant. It really is. It's like, and you get points for browsing, and you can get like every month you get so many. It's bat points. Again, like I'm still working out the fucking Lino points with Tulsi sued Google for 50 minutes. Fucking hell! You serious? That chick is hot as well as rich, man. She's gonna be a hot, rich fucking woo woo woo. She's like a hot mama. Like, I'm not being funny, but I hate libs so much. Like, I've grown to despise the libs. Like on in England and across the pond, I've just grown to despise them. But when she comes along, oh, she's just so sensible sounding, and like she's like the old liberal, like, but reasonable and hot, and she's just getting laughed at by everyone, and it's like, what the fuck? Why do you not like her? Because she's not a fucking Marxist, or she's not a commie, or she's not a neocon, and she's not wanting to bomb fuck out of people. And you know what I mean by neocon? I mean maybe like a grabbler, one of those guys. So because she's not one of them, she's like just getting no time, no kind of like attention's being brought to her. She's trying to, they're trying to like shove her back in the closet like she's this dirty secret. But they're letting Bernie Sanders, this old crazy Jewish man, run about on stage with his pants around his ankles, just rape us all with his voice. Like, what? That's okay. That's allowed. Like, the top 1-2%. Like, how long is that finger? Like, the top 1-2%. Like, he's objectively crazy, and I'm being like proper crazy. Who was it that said it was either in the daywave chat or the actual chat today, they'd said about Bernie Sanders reminds them of that no more politics guy, and he really does, like, he really is like him. You know, the no more politics, the rapist guy. And me and this other guy are convinced that, me and Deadbeat Chess 66, we're convinced it's like, I think it was Mersh that first said it, that it's like, what if it was like a Kaiser Soze bit, like he pretends he's this old man that needs like to lie down and just kind of hang around, but then like when he gets one of the hookers pregnant, he gets up and like just strangles her because she's in such shock, like that he can actually walk and he's fine. That's how he gets his upper hand. While she's in shock, he just starts caving her skull in, and like it takes a really dark turn. Then he buries the body and everything, and then when the police come around, he's just, oh, I'm just this old man, I just make videos, blah blah blah. And like, what if we've stumbled across something? But then it kind of went away, and I'm like, me and Deadbeat Chest keep beating our chests about it, like, he's a fucking psycho. Like, you can just tell there's something not right about him. He kills young prostitutes, I'm telling you. Like, he's just creepy. Hey, the West Coast is left coast. I'm so sorry, that's a shame. Tulsi, wow, Tulsi, yeah, put your hands up. Suspects. Soldiers 07, she is hot. Yeah, Tulsi. What did she sue Google for $50 million for? What did she do that for? I'm just saying Kevin Spacey. Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying Kevin Spacey. I'm just saying, watch this, Spacey. I'm just Kevin Spacey. So what did Tulsi sue Google 50 mil for? It must have been something big to be able to sue them for fucking 50 mil. That's a crazy amount. That's a crazy lot. Omega-3, I was just talking about you. Grandpa Joe was always a scumbag. We were talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? I have no idea what you're talking about. We were talking about that disgusting one, the one that was basically shagging prostitutes. And I personally, me and Deadbeat Chess 66 have a thing, like, since Mersh said it, that we think that it's a bit, he's like a Kaiser Soze, that he comes to life and then bashes in the prostitutes' heads and kills them while they're in shock that he actually is fine and can walk and is strong, and then he fucking shovels and hides their dead bodies and their babies inside of them that he's put inside of them, and then fucking, then when the cops come around he just lies around like, oh, I'm just an old man, we censored her after the debates. I was talking about, we were talking about him being disgusting, and also, yeah, they did Tulsi Gabbard, because she's sued Google for $50 million. Wow. Yeah, they did censor her after the debate static. They censored her throughout the algorithms. Yeah, they definitely did. Kane. Did they? So, like, if you were to search for... Well, that was, like... I think that's why Mer's just doing this big thing with other people. The Exodus. You know, Ricky from the Enigma Report. I love the Enigma Report. Right now, I don't think he's got his main channel, but he still uses, like, the screen name, the Enigma Report, so he must have, like, some usage out of it, but I don't know if he can post videos, I don't know, but he uses the Enigma cipher, so like I just watch his videos on that. But he's a brilliant guy. But he said he's gonna send me like a video of like what they're gonna be doing, because I said to him I've got some bat points. Again, I'm still just learning about the fucking Leno points, so I mean, I know I've got a lot of them, but I don't know what you do with them. So right now I'm saving and just tipping people some and things like that, and then I keep getting more. But it's like learning about each currency when you move to a different place. But Brave browser, I'm telling you, just as good. You get rid of Google, you don't have a bias, it doesn't come up. Remember when you would put into Google and how good Google was, it would come up the real shit. Now, as I said, like, remember, like, I didn't even have Google Chrome. I only downloaded it to see what they were saying about on, when I saw on Revenge of the Sith, it says, put in mechanic. You type in mechanic, and it was Dusty Bogan was saying it as well. So I done it, and it was like third image down, there was a woman in a burqa. Then I put in serial killer, criminal, and it was all white men, all white women, not a black or any other, just only white people kill. Only white people, not any other race. And I was like, okay, well that's a lie, clearly. And then it was just, all of it was like, to kind of they said, was their words, it was leaked tapes, they said, to combat, the second they start saying shit like that, fuck that, I'm out of this. They said they wanted to combat basically the truth, so by combating the truth, they lied, and you get what I mean, like, they tried to make it look a certain way that wasn't a certain way. Like, if you were to put in, what does the streets of London look like? Not the centre. Like, show me the east. Show me some rough housing areas of London, please. Like in Google Images. They would show you the poshest houses in London, you know what I mean? And even in the image search, even in the not image search, just an article, everything's hidden. Whereas, like, on this Brave, it's just like back to before they fucked around with it all. Now I downloaded Brave. I used the code from Mersh. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can just download Brave. Even when you download Brave, you can choose from, like, it's 4 different browsers. I personally chose DuckDuckGo because I liked the name DuckDuckGo, and duck, 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 like a wee duck. And plus I'd remembered it from a while back, so I thought it was cute. She was the most Googled candidate after the first 2 debates, and Dougal exactly redirected to the seriously, that's disgusting. Mr. Jeeves, yeah, I loved Mr. Jeeves. Somebody shot Mr. Jeeves, a Jew killed him. He's asleep, but if he found out what one done it, oh, he would be very angry. My dog would go nuts. He would be like, name that. Beep, 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 beep. I'd be like, Bailey, calm down. It's okay, wee man. And he'd be like, foaming at the mouth and everything. Because he likes Tulsi Gabbard. He told me, she was honest on Joe Rogan. She just told it like it was. She said, look, we're told, doesn't matter if we like the ballot, if we don't, she says, we're told we vote whatever say you're a Democrat, if you're, whatever the bill is, even if it's like, don't rape babies, and you're like, but of course I'm gonna sign that. She's like, no, well, if they've signed it, you have to sign the opposite. That's just the way it goes with them. And she said it all, like but everyone's laughing at her like she's this crazy cook, and it's like, no, she's fucking not. She's the most sensible fucking person that I've actually seen in politics in a long time, and she seemed the most real. And they've just totally shadow banned her and just hid her from reality. So I'm glad she's fucking suing the fuck out of him, Mr. Jeeves. It's not long before they just pick who they want. Yeah, that's so true. I totally believe that. Like in Africa, like see with the beads, they get marble beads and they just do that, like they shake the beads and they go and they do like this witchy spell, like they're pretending they're doing a spell, and then they go, oh, it is us, we have won again. And it's like, no, you haven't. You've just moved the marbles around and you're saying you've won again. That is so stupid. So it's like South Africa, sorry, not Africa. That should be so rude. But yeah, they actually vote with marbles, and the black, it's like they're the Democrats. They're the ones that are winning right now, and that have been in charge. They're the ones that have caused all these South African farming deaths because of, pardon me, Black Lives Matter, and their ideological hero is that fucking the serial. Sorry, I know people find this degenerate. The guy that got away with like killing a terrorist. He killed. He was people say he was a political prisoner, that he was a hero. Blah blah blah. Remember when he came out of prison? Rabbi Media was there, and they were like, it was that guy with the red hair, Davis Mendes. I quite like him. He's clearly not a Jew, but he's a Zionist, obviously, because he works for Rebel Media. You must have to sign an oath if you work there. I shall swear to uphold, even though I am just a goyim, I will be your slave forevermore. I'm kidding on, I'm joking, YouTube. But yeah, like he basically chased him saying, how does it feel to be an American now? Like, you've been in prison for blah blah blah, like whatever. Like he bombed so many cars or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? And because of that, like South African white Christian farmers are getting slaughtered, and along with them, a lot of their black workers that are with them are getting killed as well, in the most horrific ways as well. It's disgusting. It's all been covered up. The mainstream won't touch it, will not touch it. Banned Frank. Yep, Frank. She is man down, man down. Banned Frank. Yeah. They probably just, right, can I have my toilet paper ration, please? Your toilet paper ration. Yeah, here, wait. Sure. Yeah. America just goes, probably right. Can I have my toilet paper ration, please? Yeah, like, what do you mean? Why? I wouldn't ration you. They just want, oh, right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm like, over the head sometimes. But yeah, I think honestly they're gonna start doing those fucking marble things soon too, and they're gonna start doing it in Britain. They're gonna start doing like just fake elections where we've got no choice, and then they'll be like, oh, by the time, like in the next 4 years, the public will be that bored by politics anyway, they won't really care who's in charge. No, I think we realised that doing that last time, we were so pissed off from the whole fact that we were mixed. We didn't want at all, nobody voted the Tories in. Everybody's hated the Tories for years, and then the Tories came into power with the Lib Dems, which are just as retarded, the Liberal Democrats. Like, how can you be a Liberal Democrat? They're just, and they were like, they made a coalition, and then the Lib Dems dropped out, so it was just the Tories, which made Theresa May, treasonous May. And then in Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, which made a fucking complete another bitch. Like, which just shows you what, I mean, just look to the UK to see what women in power really look like. Oh, let me see, they can't do their job, they're terrible leaders, they make terrible decisions, and that's all of them in every single one of the countries in the whole of the UK and nearly the whole of Europe, all females, all burning to the ground. is it just me? Do I not see something they all have in common? Apart from them all being Marxists and they all have the same ideology and they're all boomers and they're all pushing this shitty agenda, they're all and globalists and whatever, like, are they not also all women? You get me? My global warming, I know, it's so true. Do you mean the Weinstein media? Exactly. Yeah, that's so true. The Weinstein. I'm gonna start. Can I steal that from you, please? Sometimes that's a brilliant one. I'll obviously give you credit for it. Because I was just talking about it before you came in. I was saying like we were having like a funny tweet where, that guy, you know, that I'm gonna smash racism, man. He's obviously like having a joke, but he'd like said something like he'd went white people, like, you know how like we were just talking about like beautiful areas, and like you're like how about I just read the tweet as well about how like it was such a nice area until the fucking young team, like the gangs come and they leave their like used condoms out and shit like that, and just like because it's daylight you can see and just know they've had like a boombox and all this shit. And but he was like white people before that, and you were like, I think you've misspelt cool. And I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, you're not gonna smash racism with that attitude, young man. And like we were just laughing, and he was like, I've got my negatitude. I can't say it, negatitude, he wrote. And oh, we both liked it. It was so funny. See the way he said it? It was so funny. It was like, I've got my negatitude. Like, but all in one word. Like, see, because I mentioned the J word, he's gone crazy now. Because he heard that it could have been a J that attacked Tulsi Gabbard. He's gone crazy. My global warming. The sky's falling, vote for me. Did you not see that? It's so true, but seriously, it's really upsetting though, Static, because see on Twitter, I seen a little girl crying her eyes out. She's a little girl. You'd think her fucking parents. The only good thing is they're not trying to make her be a little boy, but at the same time, she's terrified, crying her eyes out, saying, but what are we gonna do? The world's gonna end, Mommy. The world's all collapsing and burning in the global warming. And she's like, it's like, that's so cruel. It's the American girl. The Marxists have totally got their hands into her and just told her that if she doesn't, like, basically, probably her parents have said to her, you know, like, tidy your room, or like, if you don't, then the world will end because of you. Because she's hysterical down the camera. It's making its rounds around Twitter right now. I've sent my dictator plan response. I've sent my daughter, or is it dictator plan response? Skank Hunt, how are you doing, darling? I've missed you. I miss getting to see you every so often. See when you pop in, I'm like, Skank Hunt, how are you doing? What do you think? Do you think that 100% Tulsi Gabbard should get the 50 mil? I do, especially since Jugal. That's what they should be called after the Juke, the Jewessay, Jugal, the Jewessay, YouTube, all of it. They should be called Jugal, 100%. Somebody was saying, who was it? I think it was Christian Lee as well. He was talking about, or it might not have been him, forgive me. There was somebody talking about how in the Bible they talk about Fang, like being like the Antichrist, and he was talking about it was actually a Jewish guy, with that's where I saw it. I saw it in Missing Links program. Well, one of his wee mini things, and it was from the Jewish guy that Owen Benjamin had on, but he started talking about how he found God through, he's like a technical minded guy, and he wasn't religious, he was an atheist, he was just into snakes. And I thought that was a bit creepy, and I was like, okay, but whatever, like that, whatever you're into. And he said one day he was trying to do this like electrical kind of thing, and he realised you need something else to make. He was trying to make consciousness without like electronically, and he realised must be something else, because he couldn't do it. He could only make a robot that would repeat or take programming. And he said, well, there must be a God then. And he's now fully into his Judaism. He's now, as Owen Benjamin kept derogatory calling him, he's basically his house Jew, and he just kept calling him like he's a man in small hat, like, to his face. And any other person with any dignity would get up and smash that glass off his face in Minecraft. But like, I would not take, like, that guy's done nothing to him, and there's, like, his name's even Goldstein, and for someone that supposedly hates Jews so much, he's from Hollywood, he's clearly like a homosexual. I mean, he's clearly done some things that he holds that secret very close to his chest, his big man chest, his big man breasts, and like, I mean, wanking off around his friends, his dad has gigolos around, all this fucked up shit. I mean, I don't even know if that's true. I mean, if it's not, it's really fucked up to lie about your dad about that. Fraud. There's no difference between a molester, robbing a child, and their child's life is going. Yeah, exactly. Let them have their cartoons and toys. Exactly. That is so true. Then a molester, robbing. That's so true. No, OMG Wolf, that is so true. There is no difference from a molester robbing a child. If their childhood life is going to shit in your soup, eventually let them have their cartoons and toys, for fuck's sake. So true. Always in Minecraft. Yeah, I always say in Minecraft about that's the truth. Owen used him like Kevin Spacey used your kids. Exactly. The crying girl. I mean, yeah, no, I'm totally agreeing. That's what I know. Yeah, the little girl. It was so heartbreaking. She was. You see her on Twitter. Like, I'll retweet her in a minute, but it's so upsetting. Like, this little girl is breaking her fucking heart over something she has no fucking control over. As I said, if the UK and the USA stopped, and Israel, all three of us stopped all of our pollution right now, right here, right now, we're just like, boom, just stopped it. That wouldn't even make a dent compared to India and China's. Their fucking rubbish combined. Like, what they make is so crazy. It doesn't matter what we do for the rest of our lives. If we were to be like the biggest and most environmentally savvy like people, which I'm pretty sure we are fucking are. Like, I've got like 5 bins. I've got like a green bin, a blue bin, a purple bin, a black bin. Yeah, a black bin, a green bin, but a black bin for like normal bin stuff. Well, that's what you'd say. Then the blue bin for paper stuff, right? So like papers, like you bank statements, things like that. A green bin is for bottles, like glass bottles, anything glass. The purple bin is for I'll come back because I can never remember what the purple bin's for. And then there's one more that's for like plastic, like, so it'd be like milk cartons, the bottles and things like that. Just weird stuff like that. And I can't remember what the purple bin's for. I mean, who needs 5 fucking bins? It's crazy. And then people have got compost heaps in their heaps, and then sky, those, you know, those big glass sky panels. It's like, the fuck. So yeah, like, and then there's a little girl sitting breaking her heart right now in real life because she thinks that she's like somehow fucking the world up. It's like, no, darling, you're not fucking the world up. Like, it's fucking it's Indian and fucking China combined, not you. But our parents are fucking indulging it. Like, they're the ones holding her hand, and like as she's breaking her heart to the news. So that they can get like virtual brownie points and fucking, because they don't believe in a god, it'll be from the I don't know, from whomever is their false idol. I don't know, the fucking Hillary still, is it? Fuck knows, Bernie Sanders, that fucking crazy old Jew. I mean, are you allowed to say that? I mean, it's a true statement. He is a crazy and he is an old Jew. I'm just being factual. Right here, right. I'm gonna find this picture. Oh, I just saw a picture of a politician that says, "I love Europe, hate Brexiteers." Oh, look, signs are going up in London telling people not to shit in the streets. Signs going up in London telling people not to shit in the streets. Look at this. Oh, I've seen Wolf. You've already commented on that. Paul Joseph has wrote signs in London to tell people not to shit in the street. I mean, imagine needing a sign to know not to shit in the street. So it's summitnews.com. I've clicked onto it. I just found this video. I find this, I bet it'll be funny as fuck. He always does really good pieces. Do you know he still lives in London, but in actually quite a nice part, so he's safe. He says, right, I still wouldn't, would I fuck? Apart from the price, I just wouldn't want, it's dangerous. This area is being monitored for street fouling. Anyone urinating or defecating may be subject to arrest. The Metropolitan Police, Westminster Council, Transport for City of London, Public Carriage or Police Office, Mobile CCTV has been operating in this area to report an offence called Westminster Environmental Line on blah blah blah. It says signs are going up in London to tell people to not shit on the streets. A City of Westminster clean up street signs posted to Twitter reads, this area is being monitored for street fouling. Anyone urinating or defecating may be subject to arrest. Welcome to London, do not shit on the street, tweeted Old Hobstein. Welcome to London, do not shit on the street. It's got over 1,749 likes and then 1,800 people are talking about it. Public defecation used to be more of a problem in non-European countries, but it seems to have made its way here now. The sight of feces in the streets is becoming a major problem in liberal utopias like San Francisco, and it seems London's turn for a taste of that brand is progressivism. It seems like an appropriate place to embed the following video. London is a shithole. I think I've seen this one. Have you seen it? Look, wait. Oh, that is so funny. Look. Can you guys see? Yeah. Oh no, there's those Jews. Right. There's the Jews there. Go away. Away. Look how beautiful London was. It's like before and after. Fuck's sake. Is that not the guy that killed Lee Rigby? No, I can't remember. This is what London's like constantly now.
Every time Donald Trump slags off London, the media acts like he's saying the moon is made out of cheese. Is Trump right? Is London turning into a shithole? Well, just like San Francisco, London has a massive problem with actual shit. Due to overpopulation, London's sewer system has reached breaking point. You see, it was only built to serve 2.5 million people, but London's population is now almost 9 million. That means that whenever it rains, the system is over capacity, and wastewater, untreated sewage and runoff has to be flushed into the Thames. 39 million tons of sewage flows into the Thames every year, killing off huge numbers of fish and water-dwelling plants. That's a lot of shit.
That's so disgusting.
UK is the world's 10th most congested country, and London is completely overpopulated. It's the second most gridlocked city in Europe. London's population is higher than at any other point in history.
It's getting a bit crowded now. Like London.
Like London.
S-H-I-T-H-O-L-E, shithole.
During rush hour, it's totally normal for queues at every door of every underground tube to be 8 people deep. There's a net inflow of 60,000 people to London every single year. That's the equivalent of adding the population of what otherwise would be a medium to large town in any other area of the UK to London every year. 2/3 of that growth is due to immigration. What's the solution to that? More immigration, the pressure of mass immigration combined with wealthy foreigners buying up property has made housing completely unaffordable for most Londoners. The Qataris own more of London than the Queen herself. Super rich Russians and Chinese also launder their dirty money via the purchase of property in London, further inflating prices. In London, we build affordable homes which are completely unaffordable for normal working people. For them to become affordable, the average wage would have to rise 266%. Homelessness is becoming so prevalent that metal spikes are being installed to stop vagrants sleeping in office block doorways. And some residential tower blocks even have poor doors, where lower income tenants are forced to enter through the back so that higher paying residents don't have to see them. Property in London is so expensive that someone asked for £500 a month to rent a literal cupboard under the stairs.
That's crazy, isn't it?
$750 a month to reside in Clapham, one of the worst hit areas during the London riots.
Can you mind that summer? Everybody was just going around robbing everyone. I was getting text messages asking me,
Living the dream. London has such a rootless population. It's a rarity to meet someone there who actually grew up in London. The city's vast transient inhabitants all squabble cheek by jowl for limited space, earning Londoners the reputation of being some of the rudest people on earth. Journalist Shappi Khorsandi wrote of how she saw a heavily pregnant woman ask another woman to give up her seat on the tube. "It's not my fault you're pregnant," responded the woman. "You chose to get pregnant. Why should I give you my seat?"
It's creating a breed of dog-eat-dog traveller with a ruthless survival of the fittest mentality. Normal behaviour is suspended. It's each for himself, trying to grab a seat, even at the expense of pregnant women and those with babies.
Londoners are also notoriously time poor because of their god-awful work-life balance. And they spend so much time on grindingly packed, slow and unreliable public transport that one company even suggested turning buses into mobile gyms. Is there truly any Black Mirror-style hellscape that can compare with this? Being shuttled through a dangerous urban sprawl while labouring on a human hamster wheel before being dispatched at your designated slave pod to do the bidding of your corporate foreign slave master. Living the dream. Londoners' abject terror of focusing on anything but their soulless careers for more than 5 seconds even led one architect to propose something called the endless workplace. Yeah, we're not obsessed with work enough, so let's turn every single major rooftop in the city into another office. That'll make us happier, won't it? Widening gulf between rich and poor, combined with London's increasing unaffordability, irreparably damaged social cohesion. This led to soaring depression, suicide rates, teenage pregnancies and hospital admissions in poorer areas. It also led to an explosion in violent crime amongst London's vast population of droogs.
A wave of stabbings have given London a higher murder rate than New York City.
Children and teenagers are responsible for half of London's knife crime. According to Metropolitan Police figures, 73% of knife offenders, 53% of victims were from a black or ethnic minority background. While leftists in the UK continually assert that Black Lives Matter, virtually none of them actually give a damn about young black lives being snuffed out on a routine basis. Oh, they'll protest against Heathrow Airport because they claim air pollution is racist, but then go completely silent on the fact that black kids are slaughtering each other on the streets on a daily basis. These are the same people who whined about stop and search being racist, which, after it was drastically scaled back by more than 50% thanks to the idiocy of Theresa May, led to an explosion in knife crime. They campaigned to end a policy that actually saved black lives. Who else vehemently opposed and vowed to reduce stop and search? London Mayor Sadiq Khan. He said he'd do, quote, everything in his power to cut it.
London's turning into a shithole under Sadiq Khan.
According to the Met statistics, since Khan took power, robberies are up 65%, knife crime is up 55%, rape is up 45%. What was Khan's response when confronted with these statistics? To claim that London was safe.
15-16, there were 1,804 gun crimes, according to the Metropolitan Police. Last year there were 2,342, which is an increase of 30%. So again, you think that saying that London is not less safe now than when you took over was an honest thing to say?
I do.
You do. So gun crime is up, robbery is up, knife crime is up, rape is up, taking motor vehicle offences is up, residential burglary is up, knife crime with injury is up, knife crime with injury and robbery is up, and you think, honestly, that London is more safe now than when you took over as Mayor of London?
I do.
That's absolutely extraordinary.
Let's be honest, Trump was right. Sadiq Khan is a national disgrace and a disaster for London. While trying to distract people by droning on about diversity, he's presided in an almost complete breakdown of law and order.
I'd have a word with that mayor. He seems to not be doing a good job, you know what I mean? All them kids getting knifed and all that tackle. And all the thing that ever comes out of his mouth is London is open. What, open for knife crime and dying and stuff?
Diversity is a strength.
According to the National Police Chiefs Council, London now has one of the highest rates of recorded acid and corrosive substance attacks per capita in the entire world. There are 15 acid attacks in the UK every week, with 3/4 of those taking place in London. This compares with just 2 a month from 2007 to 2011.
Crazy,
the borough with the most acid attacks is Newham in East London, the most ethnically diverse district in England and Wales, and home to the second highest percentage of Muslims in the UK. Newham also has a higher rate of tuberculosis than Rwanda and Iraq.
Diversity is a strength.
In some areas
Diversity
of
is
London,
strength.
pizza delivery men can't even operate without a real fear of being attacked by feral mobs. Now, some immigrant parents are sending their kids back to Somalia because they claim it's safer than London.
If your child is involved in a gang and there's nowhere for him to hide, you take him back to Africa. You know, it's safer there than it is in London.
When you're a parent sending your child back, it's a risk you're taking, but unfortunately some parents feel like it's also a risk leaving their kids in the streets of London.
And as British-born gang members admit, they had to drastically increase their level of violence simply to keep up with Congolese and Somalian immigrants. And the soundtrack to the bloodshed is drill rap. The lyrics of which often brag about murderers moving up the league table the more people they kill. John Cleese got hounded by the media for saying that London is no longer an English city. But if being English denotes basic civility and respect, who could argue with his conclusion? An Asian journalist visits a diverse area of London. Within minutes, we walked by 3 of the mosques, which were vibrant and filled with young men coming and going. We passed a church, which was closed and decrepit, with a window that had been vandalised with eggs. We squeezed by hundreds of residents busy preparing for the Eid al-Hajjah holiday. Girls in hijabs gathered around tables to paint henna designs on their hands. All the businesses had a religious flair, the eateries were halal, the fitness centre was sex segregated, and the boutiques displayed modest outfits on mannequins. Pakistani flags flew high and proud. I never saw a Union Jack. Yeah, sounds really English to me. London is also full of upper middle class people who dutifully support mass immigration simply to avoid the tedium of having to raise their own children when it's so much easier to get a wage slave from Eastern Europe to do it. And if they have to live 26 to a house because they're paid so pathetically, then so be it.
A team of enforcement officers have arrived at dawn to look inside. What they find is shocking. There are 26 beds.
Living the dream. I mean, their demand for cheap nannies and builders will force immigrants to live like rats in squalid conditions, but then they'll be sure to point their finger at Brexit supporters and call them racists until their Pret coffee is spewing out their nostrils.
Who would be serving our coffee in Pret?
And then when given a choice, would pay top whack to send their kids to the whitest schools possible, publicly preaching multicultural platitudes while privately upholding actual segregation.
Pret.
But let's not be too negative. The economy's still pretty good and there are plenty of job opportunities in London. There was even an opportunity for Khurram Butt before he went on to become a mass-murdering terrorist. Butt, who had fake explosives strapped to his chest before going on to knife numerous people to death during the London Bridge attack, was hired by Transport for London as a security guard.
Diversity is a strength.
One of his roles? Investigating suspicious packages. Transport for London really knows how to put its money to good use. They also shelled out on a poster campaign lecturing men how to sit properly. Commercials showing traditional gender roles, junk food or physically fit women are all banned. But an ad promoting tourism to Brunei, a country that recently tried to push through a law that would legalise stoning gay people to death, completely fine. In the dystopian movie High Rise, the residents of a Thames estuary tower block are socially ranked by elevation. Debauchery reigns supreme, whether that be amongst the drone-like masses at the bottom, the chattering classes in the middle, or the elitists in the penthouse. That's a metaphor for London. Most people in London can only tolerate living here by becoming coke-addled drunken degenerates. Living the dream! Thames contains so much cocaine, eels are becoming hyperactive, and the middle class's fiendish demand for coke in turn fuels violent gang crime and murder. Michael Gove was crucified by the London media for admitting to taking coke 20 years ago. Because no one who works in the media in London ever takes coke. What a ludicrous suggestion.
Oh, fucking hell.
If London is such a shithole, why do you live there? Good question. Basically, every political event, interview, gathering, or protest takes place in London. I kind of have to be here because of what I do. And don't get me wrong, there are some nice places in London. London is full of great history.
Keep telling yourself that, mate.
Great people. But people who've lived in London since birth all tell me the same story. It's lost its identity. It's hurtling full force into a crime-ridden dystopia. And the quality of life is on life support. Samuel Johnson once said, "When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life." That was 240 years ago, and things have changed. London is a globalist model for all future megacities, superficially tolerable for a minority of wealthy people so long as they're sufficiently drugged while segregating themselves from the full horror of the reality that surrounds them. And for everyone else, the best they can hope for is to become indentured wage slaves for that very same wealthy elite. London is a citadel of sin for bohemian upper classes, but for most other people, it's turning into a complete shithole.
How good is that? How good is that? Like, sorry, like, I'm sorry I made you all watch that, but is that not so funny? Like, he's back. Sorry I made you watch that, but did you not think it's good? Wait till I shut him up. Shut up, Paul. Like I know him on first game basis. What were you saying about it? It's time to ban knife. Boris is bringing back stop and search. Yes, you will need a knife license to have knives in your kitchen. Yeah, I know. Like, do you know right now? Do you know I get ID'd to buy knives? I get ID'd. It's like, what the fuck? Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. AIDS is his strength. Dale Inspron. Section great. I'm stoned. I'm drunk. Oh, hi, Electro. How you doing, darling? Hey, it's PJW. Yeah, I like him as well. I think he's brilliant. I really see the way he makes his videos. I know people say, like, oh, it's propaganda. He does this, he does that. But he's only doing what the media does, but, like, turning it round the other way. Do you get what I mean? Sorry for the way I had it spun there. It's just I'm doing it, like, this way. And because did you hear the quality? My laptop, I need to fix the charger because it's kind of going, the sound, it's going in soon to get fixed. How are you, Electro? And Suspicious Spam, his video on modern, oh, I love his video on modern architects. It's so true. See, because he's from Britain, he gets to really, and he lives in London, he gets to show you the shit, the real shit of the shit, which is brilliant. And modern art is shit. Like, modern architect is shit. Like, if you look at the way we had beautiful houses in London and all of Scotland, like homes, they were beautiful, and now it's just all these ugly flats that all look the same, and it's like all over from London to Scotland, all the same. Modern art, like modern art deco, or whatever you want to call it. I just call it disgusting mess. Jeff Naughty, the globals will stop it. Not stop at weapons, anything can use. Yeah, cars. They tried to do it with cars. The globals must control the masses. Jeff, they tried to do it with cars. See, when a right-wing guy, because he had the right ideology, that fit their narrative, because he ploughed into what he thought was some Muslims, and killed somebody. Darren Osborne, scared to say his name, seriously. It was a terrible thing what he'd done. He killed innocent people. and because he done what he done, I'm pretty sure it was a lorry. They tried to put a ban on a lot of cars and were slowing down cars, but I don't know how they would ban cars. But I think they were trying to ban, like, I'll need to Google and figure out what it was they were trying to do. They were trying to do something retarded, as they do. You know, whenever there's a shooting, the libs jump in like, oh, we have to ban all of this. Like, well, after that, they were like, yeah, well, like, whenever there's a stabbing, which right now in London, as you saw from the sign, it's like every 6 minutes or something now. Like, a woman just got murdered. 2 weeks ago, it was a pregnant woman got murdered. Then it was 2 days after that, another woman got murdered. And these are just normal women. It's usually black on black crime, but this is like just normal people getting stabbed now. So like the libs jumped in and were like, oh yeah, we're gonna start like, they take away your knives, and then it's like, well, okay, we can't carry knives anyway. And then they're like, yeah, well, now we used to be able to like have like a little knife like that size. Now it's like, well, you can't have that. And then now, like, when I was just buying some more kitchen knives, and they said to me, you need ID for that. And I was like, ID? I was like, really? I was like, okay. So I opened my purse and I was like, with my, see my, it's like, it's got my face, it's my, student card. So I showed them my student card, and they're like, do you not have a passport with you? And I was like, no, with me, no. And I looked at them, and they looked at me, and they seen I had a clear trolley full of shopping. And I was like, can I please just buy my kitchen knives? And they're like, yeah. And this was about like 2 months ago, and I was like, the fuck, like, it was so gay. But it was like they put me in this register thing as if to say she has knives. But yeah, I can imagine them coming in like putting like a, you know how like registered gun owners have like a number, a serial number. Imagine that for knife owners. English, good evening all, good evening all. Yeah, they will. But English till I die. What do you think? Jeff was just saying about the globalists will stop at nothing, about trying to ban like all weapons and things, and because I'd just played you know, Peter James Watson's London is a shithole, and I was saying, oh, they've already tried to see, like with the knives, that's like longer. We lost that fight a long time ago. It's just the criminals that have got knives now, and you need to be a criminal to carry a knife. And it's the same with guns. But I mean, there's still murders going on with guns. Please explain to me how that's possible. Then, if all you need to do is ban it, then how come it's not working? You know what I mean? But then, English till I die. I'd like your opinion, because you're a fellow Brit. What do you think? What happened? Remember with Darren Osborne? It was at a lorry or something. He ploughed into the Muslims, and I think it was one or two. I'm gonna Google it right now and check. I'm not gonna Google it. I'm gonna duck go it, because I'm avoiding Google because they're juggle. Anyway, they're bad, and so because of that, I'm gonna find out the facts right now. And they tried to. Did they not try to ban? They tried to do something with cars, didn't they? Peter James Watson, nice guy. Paul Joseph Watson, the Lumpty. Sorry, thank you, suspicious spam. See, the first time you emailed me, I just had, imagine in your email about your box just having suspicious spam. Did you do that so people would be like, who is this? Because I was like, what is going on here? Right, let me see. Darren Osborne. I don't want to have, like, see, if my laptop gets taken, then people are like, why has she been Googling Darren Osborne? Yous are my witnesses, right? I'm Googling for research, because I wanted to see what the libs did jump in, and, like, the left did jump in and try to say, like, oh, we can monitor by doing this and blah, blah, blah. Like, Darren Osborne. No, wait, it's all these other, Oswald, was it? No, it wasn't that. I'll need to write Muslims and trucks. Muslims, it was a lorry or maybe a car. Muslim, lorry. Oh no, wait, this is different. Dan Oswald, his name was. Right. And, no, that's somebody else. There's a Finsbury Park mosque attack. Yeah, everybody was thinking that it was a right-winger straight away that had done this mosque attack. Bullshit, it wasn't. It was Sunni and Sheikh. It's like Catholic and Protestants. It's been the biggest fights between Sunnis and Sheikhs. Been fighting for fucking years, like Catholics and Protestants in Scotland and Ireland. Like, the Troubles and everything. Like, they've been killing each other for years. So, like, they were foaming at the mouth, like, the liberal media, Jew media. The Weinstein media is a great person. Is he still in here? Said, I can't see if he's here, but he'd said Weinstein media, and I was like, yeah, that's them. But yeah, he basically said the Weinstein media, they were foaming at the mouth waiting for it to turn out to be what's it called, a right winger, and then when it turned out that the 3 shooters were actually all, like, it was a minority Sunni area, and it was sheiks that done it, whereas usually it's equal settings, but this was smaller Sunnis, so they got blasted. Right, I'll tell you what happened, right. I'm checking it out now. But yeah, they tried to put a ban on cars. Seriously, if they can, they'll take your guns away. Then you try and take your knives away. They do take your knives away. They try and then take away your fucking kitchen knives. Then it'll be, you can't have, like, cars unless, like, I don't know what, bouncy cars. Like, we're allowed rubber cars to flap around in. How you literally stupid in the head. I was going to say a cruel word, but that's an insult to them, so no, I'm not going to be mean to them. Like, retarded people do not deserve that hatred. They, like, even though you can't have a bouncy car. Right, I'll just put in Darren, because I can't remember his last name. Darren, Muslim killed by... Right, let me see, because it was only Darren Osborne. I knew it was Osborne, Finchley Park. So it must be a park. Right, he's a family man. 47 years old, family of 4 from Cardiff, was arrested. And it says there's pedestrians, that means people walking in Britain. Was targeted by a man driving a van near a mosque. So he was driving by a mosque. This was in 2017. I don't know if you remember this. It made massive news because they tried to blame Tommy Joe Robertson. That's my funny laugh. Oh, my scar looks bad today. I just noticed that. Like, you can see it when I turn. But anyway, I look up where to buy guns and how to make bombs. Yeah, they probably won't. They're too busy right now. Like, fucking hell. Like, did you not see the other day on all of the paper? It was on Birmingham, what a surprise. That somebody blew it. There was a bomb went off, and they tried to save the guy that had set the bomb off. Why was he making a bomb? What a surprise. It was in Birmingham. What a surprise. His name was Mohammed, but unfortunately he died. But what was really unfortunate was the fact that a mother of 2 young children, 3, but one was at school, luckily, lived directly below, and she got killed in the firebombing accident, like the explosion, sorry. And I think one of the children died. I'm not too sure. I just know one was at school and one survived. That it was horrific. Duck, goose. I have 4 rings with 4 points in my hands. You are funny, afraid of Google getting your web history. I know they do, but I still watch porn. Yeah, it's not so much porn, darling, I'm bothered about. It's more like, see, like, the dodgy things I look at. I'm always like, oh, fuck, like, me and my sister used to always be like, oh, what if they see we watch, like, the beheading of this or this or this, or, like, but they wouldn't, you know, like, they could easily put together that I was some psychopath because I've watched certain videos, but I mean, I don't know. They could say, yeah, she's a right-wing nut, blah blah blah. She's an anti-Semite. She's this, she's that. But like, you can't be radicalized. Or you have to, like, there's watching stuff and then there's actions. I've, like, read the manifesto of the New Zealand killer. I read it all 70 fucking 2 pages, maybe more pages, 72 questions, sorry. I've put it down, and as Richie from the Enigma Report said, I was like, yeah, makes sense. I did not then go out and shoot people, though. That's the difference. Whereas the other one was just totally different, but I'm not going to say anything because that's what got his channel shut down. Right, Darren Osborne. Family of man. Yeah. Family of 4. That's crazy, isn't it? Family of 4. We value your privacy. I saw you do the independent. Just upload politics stuck video. It's fucking great. Not to blow my own cocks. Did you suspicious spam? I'll need to check that out. You mean Stephen Lennon? Yes, I do. That Jew. That Jew. Tommy Robinson. Aye. Owned by the Zionist. Wearing a t-shirt saying Mossad, trying to convince people that Mossad are good, great people, that they only fight terrorist ISIS and they single-handedly stop them. They don't actually help them or anything. They don't cause false flags. They don't do anything like that. Mossad are great. You have to respect and love Mossad. That's his mindset. I fucking hate him. Fuck anything wing, I'm me wing. Yeah, suspicious man, I totally agree, I'm me wing as well. Right, Dan Osborne. Right, this guy was just sick of basically trying to do shit and nothing was happening. He was sick of politics. He was like you, he was his own wing. He said, Dan Osborne, family man, arrested after TikTok says he is troubled but not racist. Well, he's not racist because you can be any race to be a Muslim. And then there's a picture of him. That's a picture of him looking like a family man. Like, well, he is because he is a family. He was a family man. I don't know if you can see his actual family. Right, wait. No, it's just him. Relatives of the man held. That's him there. Oh, he's in jail now. Relatives of the man held at police over Finsbury Park attack has expressed shock, saying he was troubled but not a racist, while neighbours described suspect as a complete cunt. Somebody said he was a complete cunt. Dan Osborne, 47, father of 4 from Cardiff, was arrested after pedestrians were targeted by a man driving a van near a mosque in early London. Oh, fuck off. I hate when you have to read other articles. It's like, no, fuck off. I clicked on this one, you piece of shit, independent. It's such a left-wing media as well. Like, they would make you do this. Please answer the above questions. Right. Yeah, right. So it says that relatives were all in shock, saying he was troubled, but he was not racist. But of course you're not racist. This is what the British media do. They make Islam a race. It's not a race. And they say an Asian gang of men, an Asian gang. Yeah, because we all know how Koreans run around doing this, chopping off clips and honour killings and fucking raping, gang rapes like that. No, Muslim can be any race. Like, stop talking shit. But they just like to muddy the waters. And notice as well how, you know, that woman screaming shame, 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 covered in the burqa. They've managed to find her within 24 hours. But British natives, like white, black, as long as they're not Asian, because they get, Muslim, they get special treatment. You're not allowed to go out with your hood up. Like, you hear that rain outside, it's different in Scotland, but in England, in London, if you go out, because the amount of stabbings and murders that they've spiked so high, if you're a black lad from London, born and bred, you go out with your hood up, you'd get stopped, pulled straight away. Same as black or white. If you're just a normal lad, you're out with your hood up, you get stopped, or female, you'd get stopped straight away. How you put your hood down or what? Like, it's raining. Like, you seriously? Well, you can use an umbrella or you're going to prison for the night. I don't know. You'd get a fine or something. I just know that's the law. It's fucking crazy, and thank the Lord we don't have it in Scotland, because everyone would be like, fuck off, no. And the next thing you know, you're getting beaten up by the police. Right, so they're saying he was 47, father of 4, he was arrested. So he was driving by a mosque. I know he ran over. It's been done. This was years ago. Got found guilty. Oh, it's making me read questions. Please answer the above question to read the rest of the article. Fine, I'll answer your stupid question. Right, let's ask each other a question. Do you bet it's a gay question? Yeah, I bet it's gay. Renew your tax question. No, I don't want to renew my tax. I don't have tax credits by the 30th. Fuck off. Oh, I have to fucking blank page it. Right there, I've just clicked on it and managed it to go away. There. Right, now I can read the rest. What a pain in the arse, aye. Right, let me see. Oh, it won't let me do it, so I can't do it with him. Fuck it. Race. Knee deep in knee drama. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Rainpipe. You're knee deep. Are you knee deep in it? Yeah, I felt like I was like fucking thigh deep and I had to drag myself out there because straight after Daywave popped up Porcelain's video and I was like, what the fuck? So I clicked on it and I was like, what is this? And he said, before you watch, I have to tell you this is going to be a lot of faggotry. And I was like, okay. So I thought it was going to be kind of like tongue in cheek, but of course it was quite harsh and it was very yeah, like basically Porcelain was making out like he wasn't really that friendly with Mersh and that they hadn't really been friends. Just from my perspective, he said that this was all faggotry, that he'd been dragged into something that he didn't want to, but it seemed to me that, I mean, he seemed to kind of jump on it straight away. Do you get what I mean? And if he'd been doing all that stuff, like, I think Mersh kind of did not really say anything that bad. I don't know. Like, this is taking Natclo completely out the equation. This is nothing to do with Natclo. That if I done nothing wrong, Natclo done nothing wrong, sorry, or if Natclo done something wrong, I just don't think it's fair that if you were somebody's true friend, you could take them aside and say, do you know what, I don't think you handled that right. I don't think you should be going to the... Do you get what I'm saying? I don't really want to get involved, but at the same time, I know people need somewhere to talk to people about it. Lacy-Wave. Porcelain's video kind of pissed me off. Yeah, Evelyn, that's how I felt. Like, I just felt like first of all, Porcelain, I had no idea who you were until Daywave, sorry, ROTC, because they plug you constantly. And it's kind of felt like you were just sitting waiting. Like, I read his tweets and he was sitting there with popcorn and he made out like he hadn't done anything. Then he's on this like fucking that Unbleached show, and then he was like making out like calling Mersh like a boomer, like, and stuff like that, like saying Mersh isn't funny, Mersh is this like old man. Like, how old is Porcelain? Does anybody know? Like, because he can't be that much older than Porcelain. You can't tell me he's like, I mean, he's like, what, 26, 27, 28? Like, I'm guessing, like, tops. I only hear his voice, so I don't know. Poor Pops. Yeah. The thing is, I like Porcelain because I was like, well, yeah, he's somebody, but then the thing is, he's a Londoner, and we've never trusted Londoners. Sorry, I fucking dropped cheese. Nearly dropped cheese on my old pizza thing. It's not a pizza thing, it's my wee box where I keep my fucking hairdryer. Sorry, but yeah, but no, it's just they can be sneaky. Not all, but centrists especially are always sneaky. You can't trust a centrist, and I'm talking about in politics, and you certainly cannot trust a London born and bred. That is just from, and he sounds quite like his accent rubs me the wrong way. It's just from my point of view, he doesn't seem very loyal. Actually, it's just gay ops distraction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, suspicious spam. You're bang on. Static. Yeah, it's fuck ports gay ops. Yeah. Where I live, Muslims are black. I've seen. Yeah, no, exactly. Of course, that's what I mean. All different colours. They can be white, but lived experience in 90% of the Muslims are black African. Are you in America? Yeah, because we've got a lot as well over here in the black Somalian. It's Somalian Muslims we've got that are new, but it used to be Pakistani Muslims. Mersh is a soldier, 100%. I only send dick pics in Minecraft. Listen, Propo Pilot, I have not a problem with a dick pic. Not a problem. If it is a consensual dick pic, I don't have a problem with it because I'm single right now. So if somebody says, can I send you a dick pic? And we are both flirting, if that was the way things were going, I would be like, I don't know, is it ready in our relationship? Let's send one. You go first. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll send a picture of a wee cartoon dick. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't. Yeah, but I'm just. I don't. I'm just saying. I've no problem. I just don't think. I have no problem with what went on. It's the shenanigans since then, and also kind of lied. Like, he was not kicked out of the community. Do you remember? He even said like, can he still be like, come into the Discord? And Mersh even said, yeah, of course you can, but you need to understand we're going to take the piss out of you. Like, that was it. And I thought that was it over. But it feels like Porcelain kind of jumped on the bandwagon very fast. Like, was looking for any excuse to just jump onto hate Mersh. And I don't know why. Like, and why is he attaching himself to these people? There seems to be some kind of, I don't know, like, it's like he liked Mersh and Royce. Like, he was more on their side when they had less viewers, and now that maybe they're growing and they've got nearly the same amount as him, he's like, I don't know, I'm trying to put it together in my head, but did you guys not feel it was like really kind of backstabbing, cruel, like, almost like going for his appearance, like trying to say he was like old and he wasn't funny and it was this and he was that, and like, I'm sorry, but I find him hysterical. Like, just, I didn't think it was true at all. Sorry, what you saying, right? I actually had a conversation in private with Porcelain before I knew about the Naclo thing. Porcelain problems, nothing. Right. It's a snake eating its own tail. Oh, it's. Oh no, wait. Sorry. It just had a twist. It was just a twist of the knife. Right. So I knew it was. That's what. Did I not just say that, Kate Razor? I said it felt like he was literally just waiting for any other reason, and it was nothing to do with Naclo. That's why I was saying take Naclo out of the equation, because it didn't make sense for it to be about Naclo. It really didn't. But it felt like it was something else. Something's got to him. Something's happened. And then he's just used this as an opportunity to, do you know what I mean, like, exit, and this is the reason. I believe you, Kitty Razor, 100%. Identity politics and diversity agendas and ideologies that can't even hold up when put up against themselves because their virtues are not like a snake eating its own tail. Agree, D3. Wireless, better head to head than Tennessee Jed. I like that. Fuck Porce. Arg. Porcelain whines Mersh associates him with trolls and goes on to explain he's friends with the trolls closer to him than Mersh. Yes. Porce punched him and then fell down. Please refrain from spamming caps. So who's stop? I was like, who's saying that? Don't talk. I was going to say, do not talk to suspicious spam like that, but it's Streamlabs. Streamlabs, you can at least fucking be like, thumbs up or something, or donate, or do something. Don't just abuse my friends. Like, say something nice about me, if that's what you're in here doing, Streamlabs. Does it speak? D3, Grateful Dead, 07. Dicks are just meat that squirt yellow water, man. That's so funny. Arg. Yeah, don't listen to that, Streamlabs. It doesn't tell you guys to give me a thumbs up, or like for a Rogan's up. Give her a Rogan's up, or like you can donate by pressing down to look for a PayPal, or you can do this. He doesn't say anything like that. He only pipes up when he wants to slag good old suspicious spam. Tell him to take that. Pew 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 pew. He's being loyal. I came from a community where being around Barana's stream, that's how I found RTC person from Liverpool, not London. Right, comes with what? Same community. Porcelain knows that. Right, so right, okay, see, right, OM3. Well, there you go. That I had no idea. It's if he's from near Liverpool, then he'll be a loyal person, and he will be. That'll be. I get what you mean, because Liverpool, as I've said many times on my streams, I have, I don't know if you know, you can ask Porcelain this, I've always adored Porcelain. Like, he just must be quite he doesn't have a Scouser's accent, but Liverpudlians and Glaswegians have the very same culture, and we like each other a lot. Like, and that's why it kind of, I didn't think he was from London. It didn't sound like a Londoner's accent. It always sounded off to me. But yeah, he just doesn't have that, alright mate, you know, really Scouser's accent, you know, yeah, like that kind of, he must have just changed it. But I like his accent, but yeah, that's good he's not from London. And if he's known, as he said in the video, those guys for 3 years, then 4 years, and it's not unbleached, it's not those people, then that makes it different. And yous obviously know things I don't. I just, again, feel like I think he should have explained it a little bit better. Maybe they both have got some talking things through to do. I don't know. I just don't think it came across that for people like that don't know, that have only been around since the same time as him, basically since February. Me and several other people that have only been around since the beginning of the year, they're going to be a bit like confused and kind of what's going on. Do you get what I mean? OM3 Wolf, you know I always listen to you anyway. Built around Broncon's stream. I don't know who that is, darling. You'll need to explain that to me. Yeah, Nat Close just put in a timeout and then banished himself to the trolls. Being unfunny is being loyal to unfunny, we're trolls, but each his own. Yeah. I have no idea who those guys are. I've never even seen them. I thought we were a community. Haha, poors. All this from a dick pic. I know that's why it's from complete faggotry. All of this from a fake dick pic. From a fake dick pic. But guys, she basically had her tits out. See, when I heard that on Missing Link's video, I was like, did a girl actually, first of all, what was going through my head was, did a female actually send her boobs? Like, did they actually do that, right? Like, on stream? And I said, and secondly, would Royce's wife not be, like, pissed off if he'd reposted it and commented on it? But, of course, that was a lie. Like, she was wearing a top. So it's basically like me sitting like that, and you could see my nipples through it, like, because I had hard nipples because it was cold outside. And you're like, guys, she was just standing, you could see her, and she literally had her tits out with a t-shirt on and a bra. But her nipples were pointy and hard, and you could see them through. If she pointed to the side, you could like see the pew 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 pew. If your friends slander people and obsessed posts about them, do you distance yourself? At Tennessee, Jed committed a lyric from a group of it. Right. Ah, I get it now. Not all my friends, I'm still low. Right. He didn't even give a real reason he was mad at Mersh. The way he said it, I just assumed it was similar to my feelings about Jesse from Pod Awful and left it at that. Right, what do you mean, like, what are your feelings for him? Like, I've never actually watched Jesse from Pod Awful, just kind of like one of those feelings like where you just don't, just not your cup of tea kind of thing, or no, because he was his friend. What do you mean, like, I don't need to know personal details, but what do you mean, what kind of feelings, like, I don't get it. Don't let that deal go down. Wow, Wolf, if you're friends, yeah. I found out about Porcelain when he made the MDE documentary. Since then, he has grown his brand by leaps and bounds. Yeah, but I never found out about him, like I said, until RTC. But I would have though, with the Sargonian effect, because he's from the UK and because that was such a big hit in the UK with people from Sargon, and like I spread it around like wildfire, obviously. but I'm not taking my full credit for that. Like, it just blew up, so I would have found out about through that, because that had a lot of views in the UK, a lot. I'm not talking about Natco. No, near my. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking Natco out the equation. Lance, the second guy, and the third unbleached stream is my homie, and Porcelain as well. Right, yeah, because he was. I heard him saying that, like he was saying Lance. Like, is that the one they call Gay Lance? But does he not call himself that? I'm just asking. I'm not. I'm not being a bitch or whatever. Like, does he call himself that, or do they call him that? Just like to be horrible or something, because if they do, then that's a bit not fair. But if that's his name, then I don't know, because like I just got him as Lance. I thought that was his name. And if that's your friend and you've known him like for like whatever, or it'd be like Royce choosing between Porcelain that he's known since January, or Royce. Do you get what I mean? He's obviously going to choose Royce. Thomas Daly, Porcelain Katie Dentley, London. Hi Stephen Eldridge. Jeff Naughty, I know it's all way too much. This is what I'm saying, it's all everybody needs, it's all went from, this is all over an unsolicited dick pic, but everybody's taking that out of the equation, because we're just trying to get to the bottom of how it got so crazy so far. It went from a dick pic to a fake dick pic, that, well, it was a dick, to a married woman, to it's like it's went from something very small to like Beirut, basically, within fucking 24 hours, not even. Fucking crazy. Natco was lying his ass off when he was exposed Mersh. You could just tell the way he spoke. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know when somebody's lying. See the way he was talking about. And I'm not being funny. Like, Mersh has never ever said anything like that to me about even like tit pics, any kind of pictures, like sexual pictures. He's never been anything but a gentleman. Like, seeing emails, anything but professional. Like, he's never even hinted at sending, like, kind of, oh, why don't you send a tight picture, like, or anything like that? Do you know what I mean? Or like a picture of your ass or anything. He's never said. And do you not think it would have came out by now, as he said, if he had done things like that? Natco is just trying to get fame off of Lance and that other guy. I didn't know the other guy's name. I knew Lance's name because obviously Lance was the one that was like the excitable one, but I didn't know the first guy. Sorry, not unbleached, bleached. Yeah, Natco is totally lying. If one turns out to be horrible, I've danced myself. If I found out to be a horrible criminal, rats, narcs. Or if I had a friend that turned out to be a fucking narc or a rat, I would so be like, not my friend. I'd be like, and then people would be like, I know you were friends. I'd be like, shit, yeah, it was my friend till I found out he was a rat, or like whatever, but I wouldn't still be friends with that person. WWE, it's went like that, hasn't it? He isn't actually gay. He's just a gay. He just has a gay. It's so they're calling it, right. That's about him. So right. We stuck gay Lance on him 3 years ago. Right. Okay. Well, sorry if I offended. Like I'm not. I wasn't trying to offend. It's just because that was what Mersh kept calling him. I assumed that was his name, and I don't know. He said if it'd be funny if it was just a bit. Remember? So I don't know. They're obviously taking jabs at each other. They clearly don't like each other. But in the video, Porcelain did say, it was like, he said, I can't help what these, my friends do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like I remember him saying that. But in the process, he stayed the same size. Such a gimmicky and dumb name, I think. Gay Lance is on the same hard pills. It got crazy, it's simple. It got crazy because it's virgin. Nobody saw a chance to make a name for themselves of it. 100, yeah. exactly. So how you disavow the oldest friend for your actor. Yeah. Yeah. For their newer actions. How you can disavow the oldest friends for their newer actions. Exactly. Well, if I had, like, I mean, one of my, like, oldest friends, for example, like, from primary school or something, you know? Like, if I had, like, a friend that I'd known for years and then it turned out, like, and we'd went to primary school and we were very close friends and then it turns out, I found out he'd done something, like, irredeemable, like ratted someone, like went and pointed them out in court, got the guy sent down, but not for like just being an innocent bystander, like a drug deal gone south, somebody like a dirty rat or like a rapist or something like that, you know, something where just you can't come back from that. I would disavow that friend. I would have to, because I wouldn't want to be the person that was friends with a snake or a fucking rapist or a beast or, you know, a paedophile or anything like that I found out about one of my friends. It doesn't matter how long I've known them, I would disavow them, of course. Would you not? Like, it would be hard, but even family members, depending on what it is, like if it comes to sexual things, you'd have to disavow. Yeah, Rainpipe I've never seen Unbleached. From what I saw, it seemed like they were taking a lot of drugs. It doesn't look like something I would watch. And I know like people don't like me smoking, and but in my eyes, it's completely different to people like taking drugs on TV. Like, smoking is one thing, but like sitting just taking a bong and like, or like, you know, being out your face, that I don't just smoke. I don't know, maybe it's just because I can't smoke. When I smoke hash, I would just be like trying to make a show and I couldn't put one together, so I wouldn't do it. Because I've tried being stoned and I'm just like munching man, and it just makes not that good a stream. It's all about envy. The people who are covered down are jealous. And, yeah, Merce was uncool towards Lance over the gay wave thing. Oh, I didn't see that. Oof. And some people took that personal. Attacking him, Merce was also shitty. Two wrongs, mate. No, you're right, Wolf. Two wrongs, basically. He drinks White Claws and talks about dicks a whole lot. He is gay, Lance. He drinks White Claws. Is White Claws a real thing? I always thought like the White Claws was a thing that Big Bear, I'm even calling him it that now, that Owen Benjamin made up. Like, I'm gonna have my White Claw, like, cause it's like a claw of a bear. So is there a real drink called White Claw? Yeah, that is so funny. What? Yeah, exactly. What if one of your friends was an undercover grabbler? Well, I would have to know why they lied to me. I would, if they told me that say I had a best friend that had been my best friend for years, and then they only just found out that they'd done like a 23andMe and it turned out they had a grabbler in them, or they just found out that like one of their parents had cheated on them, the other parent, and they've got grabbler in them, then of course I wouldn't disavow. Like, I'm not a fucking evil person. I wouldn't be like, because it would still be the same friend, like, and I wouldn't be friends with a sneaky, nasty grabbler. Like that, does that make sense? But if the person just so happened to have Jew in them, I wouldn't be like, well, you're a different person, because if they're the same culture, the same way I was, but they had Jew blood. But if it turned out that they knew the whole time and they'd lied to me time and time again when we talked about grabblers and things like that, and they'd not told me, like not said, oh, by the way, actually, I've got, like, I'd lose respect for them, see, for the fact that they would let me say all that stuff in front of them and open up to them and like just be like blah blah blah, and just, you know, the way you talk with your friends in private. And I don't know if I'd be able to get over that. Just not because it would be the same as if they'd lied about a massive secret. If somebody had held something back like that, from me, I'd be like, well, if you can lie about something that big, what else have you lied to me about? Do you get what I'm saying? Of course, Wolf, I understand if something happened between Mercer and Porcelain, it's none of our businesses, yeah. And if they don't want to share in public space, we don't know the whole story. Yeah, exactly. So you're right. No, Wolf, that's actually a very, what's the word? That's a very poignant, that sounded so cheesy, poignant statement. Yeah, clearly something has happened, because I mean, us all trying to wrap our brain around it, there's clearly been something happened that is far above Natco, which I could guess straight away. Like, I was like, no, this is above Natco. And it's like he's trying to get back. There's something happened. And as you said, it's none of our business if they don't want us to know. So they've both had their say. If they want us to let it go, I think we should just let it go, you know. I think you're very wise saying that. Grabbler ghoul. White Claw is definitely a real thing. Seriously, men need to start looking at men. Yes, 100%. True Wolf, they should have kept in the DMs from the beginning. Yeah, definitely. Drama sells, boring. Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, Static Void, it does sell, and it is, but I wish it was boring, but the thing is, it's kind of not. It's like, people are like, oh, and then they want to know, but at the same time, I wanted nothing to do with that. I was like, at first, I just hoped it would go away. I was like, oh, please just go away, like, because I didn't want anything to do with it, and, but then it seemed, you could see it escalating and escalating and escalating until it kind of erupted. I'm hoping that's the end of it, and they'll both kind of go on their own way, or whatever, or something will happen, I don't know, but I just want to go back to enjoying the show, and, you know, watching stuff when he comes out. Like, obviously he doesn't stream, but he does documentaries. I just hope it doesn't keep like going, do you know what I mean, this big thing where you have to choose a side or something. I'd fucking hate that, because it's like, what, really? Like, but I don't think it will come down to that, I really don't. But fucking Natclo's loving it, by the way. He's acting as if this documentary was made for him. You should see him on Twitter right now. Like, he's acting as if this is all because of him. It's nothing to do with Natclo. Ben Max, like, I see nice. I aborted our fourth child. What? I'm terrible. You aborted? How could you, Static? How could you? Wait, slap, slap, slap. You terrible, terrible woman. Yeah, it's like Jenny McKyle. Because Jenny McKyle's gone now, people need to have like their online kind of Montel Williams shit. Like, no, but I totally get what Omega Wolf said. Exactly. What if they grabble you? Oh, grabble girl. What if they grabble you? I heard he sent a dick pic with my name. Sounds like it was just ducking around. I sent Lacy a regular pic last week. Yeah. Rainpipe sent me one. It was just like, here. And I was like, wow, nice. I was like, I like that you trimmed it. And he was like, just for you. Just for you. He said, usually I have a bit more bush. He said, but this time I went right in because I know you like it that way. I'm joking, by the way. He didn't. He just had full bush. No, I'm joking. It didn't happen. White Claws. So there's really a drink called White Claws. PGTOA. Please refrain from spamming it. Stop shouting at my friends unless you're going to shout at them to donate. Why doesn't it listen? He's not spamming caps. He's like saying something kind of like, men go their own way, but it's like, please go to own way or something. His 15 mins almost up. All right. Regardless of what's at the bottom of this whole dick pic, or dear, one thing's for sure, that the grabblers are at the top. Yes, exactly. Yes, grabblers will be at the top of the dick pic no matter what. The grabblers always come out on top. Always, always. I'm just gonna imagine, just close your eyes. Imagine Just imagine an ugly little gooey thing. Picture it in your face. If you need to, if you can't think of one, think of Ben Shapiro. He's a very good image for one you can use. Oh, I've got a friend. I thought that was one phoning me for money. It's like it wants money. It's not, it's fine. I don't answer private numbers. I'm like, no, I don't know who you are, so I'm not answering it. So, right, we're going to imagine a grabbler clawing away, trying to get our finances. It won't donate to my Streamlabs. It won't do anything. It's just there. We're going to get... It's gone. It's gone. Yay. Haha. We got rid of the grabbler. And then her book, The Solution, Kill All the Grabblers. Woo. Beat me, regardless of... Yeah, beat me. Lol. Full bush. I was only joking. Full bush. Full bush. Tell my fortune. Tell me my fortune. I think your fortune's gonna be... Oh, I don't know. I'm not a grabbler, but I know that they're good with money, static, but I wouldn't give them your money because they'd probably keep it. If I read your hand, I'd need to see your hand and I could like check your lines. It was Ben Shapiro. It was. That's it. You've solved the riddle. It was Ben Shapiro. He done it. It was his dick. That's why everybody's so upset, because it was Ben Shapiro's dick. Ben Shapiro's little maggot dick, his little Jew dick. And everybody knew it was a Jew dick because they saw it. They were like, that is a Jew dick. That is a Jew dick. Just because, like, a normal foreskin dick, a normal clip dick is... Why am I saying clip dick? A normal guy that's had a circumcision looks like a normal penis, like, that's had the circumcision. But a Jewish one apparently looks like the rabbis also went and sucked it, because he has, to get the blood, so that he can say, I've had the blood from the baby and it's given me secret powers, and now I'm drinking from the fountain of the young. And that's how they get used to it. And the little baby gets used to having his dick sucked, going wow, wow, wow. Remember that rabbi seriously sucked his baby's sucked the baby, not his baby, but sucked the baby's dick to death. Not to death, but because he had like herpes. It gave the baby herpes, and the baby was so young he died because it gave an infection on it. Like, he had like sepsis or something. It killed the baby in Israel. It's like, ew, you're fucking sucked that many babies' cocks that you've got yourself herpes, and you're still sucking babies' cocks, and you killed one. That's not a man of God. That's evil. Ew. Promo code dick. Jew, Jack. Bailey's thirsty for blood. He is. I know, look at him sniffing around going... See, Bailey knows who he does. Look, he does. Look, he's got George Soros in his mouth. Look who he brought me. George Soros. You want George Soros? Do you want George Soros? Okay, mate, get him. He hates him. Bailey does know who it was. I don't have money, thank God. Yeah, Static Boys, watch out, because he would be like sniffing around your pockets like... Is Jeff Naughty still in the house? Just in case, just shout out to Jeff Naughty if he's still listening. I don't think he got what we were talking about, so I think he just was like, fuck this, I'm off. Oh, Jeff disappeared. Yeah. Blue Molar Wireless, pleased to see you, by the way. I've never seen you. What's this? Mertz talks a lot about having sex with transsexuals, like it's not gay. I'm not surprised he never sent you a dick pic. He never sent. Seriously? When? Oh, well, I don't know what goes in Discord then. I didn't know I thought it was strippers he slept with. Well, I thought that was his. I thought he said he'd had ex-girlfriends. I didn't know that. Well, I don't judge. I know, like, he's got, he's friends with a couple. I thought he said that. I don't know. Then why did he make fun of? I suppose everybody's got a private life, don't they? And they've got their own sexual fetish. Like, some people like to be told things like this, and in sexual ways like this, I would find this very annoying. I'd be like, stop fucking whispering to me, and just fucking just tell me how much you want it, and how much you want. Ding, ding, ding. Donate to me. I'm gonna keep doing this until you donate to me, because it's really annoying, isn't it? And if you do it, I'll donate. Donate to me. Donate. Donate to my pizza fund. Donate because I'm a Papa John's girl. Donate because I like Papa John's. Yeah, Papa John's is good. I'm gonna smack that Papa John's all over myself, and then I'm gonna lick it off when I eat it. Yum, yum, yum. Did I do it right? Did I do it? I don't know if that was it. I still need to look it up, but I'm scared again if my laptop gets confiscated by the post and they say, what the fuck has this girl been looking up? Like, conspiracies. Wait, what is this? Some sexual fetish of whatever. What was it? EMT or like, that's like something. Jews. Whispering in a sexual fetish? What? They'd think I was crazy. There he is. Jeff, I was shouting for you. I was like, Jeff, where have you went? I thought we bored you all off because we were talking about like all the E-drama. Thought you disappeared on me. He said he had sex with him, he just talks. Right. Is that funny? Well, yeah, like, Jeff's like a manly man. I would know from my side, I would never talk about having sex with Jeff, stay around for 2 seconds. Like, I just need to ask you a question. Like, Jeff, you're the most manly man that I know, and that I've literally, me and Jeff have had we've known each other the longest in here. Like, he's known me before ROTC, before everything, and we've done a lot of, what's the word? Google Hangouts, right? And he's a very manly man, right? Would you have a lot of conversations about having sex with what was that? Sorry. He's apparently have lots of talking about having sex with transsexuals. Yeah, do you think that that's weird? Like, someone says murder Jeff sexted me. Someone says, well, don't do that. Yeah, no, I knew you didn't. That's what I was going to say. I knew you wouldn't. Jeff is not into that. No, Jeff is completely straight, and Jeff isn't really got any of those weird kinks in him. Like, you can just tell he's a very straight down the line kind of all American hero type guy. I knew you wouldn't be like that anyway. Murder porn is too tame for me. I'm more into murder. Murder's the best. Static Boy just such a fucking troll. It's brilliant though. Static Boy's the easiest place. He just wants a big toe in the pussy. Oh. Jeff, Jeff, you can take that, like, but remember, a certain someone went psycho and couldn't take. He hated there was so many Americans. I was like, you know, I'm half American, and like then obviously we had the big fallout on screen, and then like Lissa tried to calm it down, but yeah, trust me, that won't be happening. It won't be. I'm not. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'd have to be an idiot to do that. So I hear you, Jeff Daddy-o. Suspicious spam. I'm into girls with high heels, stand them on my dick. But do you know, somebody told me that could rupture a man's balls, because somebody asked me to do that to them. A guy, like, I didn't know him, but he asked me, like, it was on one of those dating site things, and he sent me a message saying, like, if I was to meet you, would you, are you into special kinks? I was like, well, what do you mean? He says, like, he said he liked BDSM or something. I said, what's that? And he said, it's like like basically sadomasochism. And he asked me, like, if I'd wear really high heels, and if I would wear, like, these, like, heels and stamp, see, into his balls, his testicles, and I googled it. And it said that if it ruptures their balls, you'd have to go in the skin, and if you didn't, and if you went in one of the balls and ruptured one of the balls, they would bleed out and die. And I was like, fuck that, no. First of all, it sounded too scary anyway. And second of all, I was just curious, and you know how you go online after I'd already got rid of him. Like, I didn't meet him. This was just, we were just texting, not texting, it's, because it's on your phone, it was like an app. We were talking, and I was just like, these people are all creeps. Like, I had one guy who wanted to do that with me, and then I had another guy that wanted me to dress up, like, do cosplay with him, and I was like, no. Then I had another guy that wanted me to, like, meet him and do, like, other sexual fetishes, and I was like, no. And I was like, why can I not just meet someone normal? Yeah. Nateful dead. Static boy is easy to please, he just wants to speak. Yeah, you know, you said, yes, a manly man, vital and manly. Yes, you're vital and manly. Big toes. I'm into girls with high heels standing my dick. But spam, can it not rupture your bollocks? Seriously, that's what I'm saying. I hate women with heels standing on my man's balls, and I want one. I want a woman with high heels standing on my balls, and I want a high heel through. I'm telling you, you could rupture your balls, and it would go right through, and then you'd be fucked. I don't want you to get your balls cut off. I saw was not lol. Oh, did you see one where it happened? A high heels. Jeff, no, it's like Jeff's just like look, I'm emulating your face right now, just like what? This is funny, cheers. It is funny. Oh my god, seriously. Do you know what I saw that was hysterical, Jeff? And I actually seen this. A bald man, right? I don't know if you know how these pornos, like porn clips that make the rounds. And it was this bald man, and he literally, you just see like a shoulder and this legs, and then you just see this guy going, and he, like, his head is all goo, and he's like, and like this woman's going, and you just see this big gaping wound like in between her legs, and she's like, she just sits back like that, and like, oh, the man had his full head in her vagina, and then he just goes and pulls it out, and it's not fake. Look it up. It is online somewhere. I don't think I'd be allowed to tweet it, and if I did, I'd probably get in trouble, or people would call me a sick freak. But somebody sent it to me ages ago. I'm talking about 6 years ago, and then about 3 years ago I got resent it from the same friend. She sent it to me again, like, remember this, ha? And I was like, oh no. I was like, yeah, I do. And then I sent it round my friends again, and we all sent it round laughing. But yeah, it's made the rounds twice, but it's like a guy, a bald-headed guy, and it starts off with his head in the woman's vagina, and he pulls it out the vagina, and he's like, but it's like all goo, and he has to go, and then open his eyes. Do you know what I'm talking about? Sad. Oh no, I was joking. I'm really into glass tables. They lie on the top, and I take Polaroids from underneath. What do you mean? You'll have to look for it. To Edward Scissorhands and Wacky. Oh, for fuck's sake, that is dangerous. Use Jeff. They're crazy, aren't they? To dressing like they'd be like fucking. Oh, you're scaring me. I don't even have a willy. I'm just picturing like scissors and stuff going and I'm like, see if a guy asks me like I've had guys say like, oh, is it okay if I shave you? And I'm like, what do you mean if you shave me? And they're like, they're like, oh no, they're like, next time you need your legs shaved, they want to like shave my legs, and then they're like, yeah, and I'll just shave everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm shaved everywhere from the eyebrows down. And they're like, yeah, but let me just go over it, like, and they asked you to share a shower with you and shave you. Like, I think you'd have to be very trusting to let your partner shave you, because if they missed even a tiny bit, imagine your privates like phew, 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 with the razor blades. Like, imagine I said to one of you, like if we were apart, like going out or something, I was like, oh, is it alright if I shave your ball sack, please? You just have to be very trusting to let me have foam in one hand and a razor in the other hand and be like, yeah, it's okay if I foam your balls up and shave them, please. Lift up your dick, shaving the ball sack, doing all of it, then pull your cheeks apart, get all of it, you know, really going for it. I'm not an Why did the British tourists access the original? Why did the British tourists accuse the Israel teen of rapes? Because they raped her? I don't know, tell me. No, I'll look up. Not having freaks safe. That was worth watching. Did he leave his keys in there? I was looking around for them. I don't know. Tell me the joke. Tell me the joke. I'm like sitting waiting for the joke. I want to know the joke. I wanted to know the joke. Are you still there? Sorry, I was at Streamlabs. Anton just tipped 30. Seriously? Anton just tipped. No, there's nobody in here called Anton. You're lying, Streamlabs. Don't say something so cruel. Did Anton? Let me see. Anton. 6 days ago. Yes, 6 days ago. They're making out he done it now. Because I was going to say, Anton done that 6 days ago. There's not, unless, am I wrong, Anton? Is there anyone in here called Suspicious Spam? F back. Jedi Suspicious K. Why did the British tourists? Yeah, Blue Molar Wireless. Tell me the rest of the joke. I'm very interested. But Jeff as well, please will you tell Streamlabs off for lying, because Anton didn't tip. I've not had 6 days ago. That was the last day, and the last time that was when I got 6 days ago was the last time I got a tip from Anton. The last time I had a tip from anybody was from Jeff, and like, so Streamlabs, you're lying. Somebody tell Streamlabs, please. Say, Streamlabs, you're lying to the public. That is not true. You can check the last time. Anton, see, £30, it's there. And that's been up there for ages. So why are you just writing it now when there's nobody even in here called Anton? 6 days ago. And you can see it on my thing. It says 6 days ago. Anton, hi Lacy, hope you're doing well. $30. And that was 6 days ago. And then before that, and then I think it was about 2 days ago, I think you donated, Jeff. Thank you. But since then, I've not had a tip. So Streamlabs, you're a liar. Yeah, okay. Speaking of tips, I want to see if I've got money for my din tonight. I hate being single. Like, see if I wasn't like, I would be like the best cook. I would not be like that disgusting guy. What is his name that made that fucking thing? Oh, like, it was like, what? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like a plaque of red salt, and then he just broke the fucking chicken and then fucking put it onto the salt and was like, yeah, that's it, crush. Jeff, do you know what he done? Grabbler porn. Yeah, stream lies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stream lies. Streamlabs, you're stream lies. You're a grabbler. Jeff Naughty, listen to this, right? Imagine buying a big fucking plank of what was this a special salt called? It was like a pink salt, right? Himalayan salt. And what he done was he got a chicken, right? And first of all, he gutted it like that way, and he pulled the backbone out of the chicken. Then he just went like that and crushed it with his big fat hand, his big gammy on. Like in Scotland we say gammy for if it's no working. His big gammy hand, because he's had a stroke so he can't work it. And he's fucking broke the fucking chest bone of the chicken, and he just crushes it down like that. So it's lying out like that. And then fucking... what did I do? I'm just shouting you to listen. I'm like, Jeff, listen. Like, it's this guy called Cooking with, I think his name's Ben or something. Because we're just talking about food right now. And I said, so what he gets is he gets a big plank of Himalayan salt, right? And then he gets a chicken. And then he see how, this is how he cooks the chicken. Now, you tell me, would you do this, right? Yeah, he basically cuts it open and then rips out its back, its spine. Then he goes like that, turns it round to the front, and he crushes it with his gammy hand, or his one good hand, sorry, not his broken one, his one good hand. He breaks its chest plate and everything like that, and fucks all the bones. He crushes it down, so it's lying like that, like fucking flat eagled, and then fucking he puts it on a barbecue grill, and then you just see all the fat, and if the salt is obviously pulling all the fat out, and then he waits until it's pink, it's not even cooked, and he's like, that's delicious, yeah. What is it called again? Cooking with fucking, what's his name? Yeah, and it's a shame. It's funny, but at the same time, it's a shame because there's a bit, and he's walking around with his fucked arm because he's had a stroke, right? And he just grabs the chicken and he rips the bit off, and he goes, I can do that without a knife. And he goes, no, maybe I can't. So then he has to get a knife and then like try and cut it with the knife. But he does like a YouTube show like where he cooks, and he's the worst cook in the world. And like now he's got one arm, and it's like, the fuck, man, give it up. Himalayan salt. Yeah, it's an amazing salt. I know, I've tried Himalayan salt before, Jeff Naughty. Love grey salt too. I've never tried grey salt. I've seen it, but I've never tried it. It's always smelled like too like that to me. But the Himalayan salt, I think, it looks really nice to try, and I've had it on salmon before, because my mum's had it, like, seeing her salt grinders. I've just seen the pink, but it's been already like ground into like big bits. It's not. This was just a big plank of it they had. I watched the gay Burger King commercial. I want to see that blue monitor. You never finished the joke about the Israelis. Grabbler porn. Wow, what's happening? Never had grey salts. Oh, we're just talking about that guy that Cooking with Jack. Thank you. Yeah, Jeff, you'll need to try out on YouTube Cooking with Jack and see the worst cook in history. Plus, he's had a stroke, and so he's got one arm that doesn't work, and he's still going. But he was a terrible cook before this, so you have to give props to the man that he's fucking still going strong, and he's had a stroke, and he's not letting that get him down or be depressed about life. He's just going, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep on cooking. Even if I poison my full family. Is he married? Do you know? Like, I know he's got 2 kids. Well, 2 that are famous. Well, famous in their own rights. Right, I've got £4 something. I'm gonna see if I can jump to the shop and get something to eat. There are 2 old fat guys with beards making out and saying they were married. And then the Burger King have it your way. Oh, yuck. You. Right, listen everybody, 07, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got 15 minutes till ROTC's on, and we've all to be there to watch it, so I need to run to the shop so that I can buy food, because I am starving, and I've got some money so that I can get some food. I'll just need to buy nudes or something like that. So I'm going to run and make it, if I can make it in time. But thank you all. He is married and her name is Tammy. Thank you all so much. I've been watching him since 2006. Have you really? That is amazing. 2006. The Gay Burglar. I'll need to watch that when I get back. It wasn't as half bad as his son's Jesus rap. Yeah, exactly. Bye-bye, Lacy. Bye-bye, Evil Alan. Bye, Evil. Bye, everybody. And thank you, everybody, for all being really cool, guys. And